Welcome to German history with a German accent. My name is Wolf, W-O-L-F, just like the animal, and in today's video I'm speaking about Hermann Graf. As always, if you enjoy these videos, please hit the like and subscribe button and drop me a comment below. Hermann Graf was born on October 24th in the year 1912 in Engen, as son of Wilhelm and Maria Graf. Hermann, whom worked since he was 13 years old, was also a very good soccer player. He played in a special talent group coached by Sepp Herberger. Sepp Herberger was the coach of the Western German national soccer team that became world champion in the year 1954. A broken thumb ended Graf's hopes of becoming a professional goalkeeper. Instead of soccer, his attention turned to flying glider airplanes. After the Luftwaffe was revealed in the year 1935, it didn't take Hermann Graf too long to apply for pilot's training in the German Air Force. By 1938, Hermann Graf passed his pilot's training, and the 26-year-old, who was almost deemed to be too old to be a fighter pilot, was transferred to the 2nd Squadron of Fighter Wing 51 in 1939. At this unit, he ended his first flight in the Messerschmitt Bf 109 in a crash. When the Second World War started, Hermann Graf was stationed at the western border, tasked to protect the German airspace. In January 1940, however, Graf's group commander transferred him into a training unit since he was deemed to be an unreliable pilot at that time. In the same year, Hermann Graf had been transferred into the first group of Fighter Wing 28, serving in Romania to instruct the Romanian Air Forces. Graf also flew missions to defend the strategically important oil fields of Ploiesti, as well as support missions for the German invasion of Crete. During the about 50 missions he had completed so far, he didn't score a single aerial victory yet. When Operation Barbarossa began in June 1941, Hermann Graf's unit was once again tasked with the protection of the Ploiesti oil fields. When the Wehrmacht pushed the Red Army out of reach of those oil fields, Graf, serving in the 3rd group of Fighter Wing 52, was transferred closer to the front lines in the southern Soviet Union on August 1st, 1941. On August 4th, he shot down his first enemy airplane. Together with his units, Graf supported the advance over the Dnieper River, the First Battle of Kharkov, as well as the crossing of Isthmus of Perikop. By the end of the year 1941, Hermann Graf had achieved 42 aerial victories, making him the most successful fighter pilot in his group, for which he received the Knight's Cross of the Iron Cross in January 1942. In March of the same year, he became the squadron leader of the 9th Squadron in Fighter Wing 52. By April, the 3rd group, Fighter Wing 52, was transferred to the Crimea to support Erich von Manstein's 11th Army. On May 2nd, Hermann Graf became an ace in a day when he shot down 7 enemy airplanes. A couple days later, he was transferred to the area around Kharkov, where he was able to achieve his 100th aerial victory on May 14th, in the year 1942. Graf was awarded the Oak Leaves to his Knight's Cross of the Iron Cross on May 17th, and only 2 days later he was informed that he was also being awarded the Swords to his Knight's Cross of the Iron Cross. This award was presented by the German dictator himself in the Wolf's Lair. After a 4-week vacation in Germany, Hermann Graf returned to the Eastern Theater, where he led a detachment of fighter aces in the 3rd group of Fighter Wing 52, which was reassigned to Fighter Wing 3 to support the German advance towards Stalingrad. In September 1942, Hermann Graf was the 2nd pilot in the Wehrmacht whom had achieved 150 aerial victories. In the same month, after he shot down his 172nd enemy airplane, he was the Luftwaffe pilot with the most aerial victories, for which he was awarded the Diamonds to his Knight's Cross of the Iron Cross. And on September 26th, he claimed his 200th aerial victory. For this achievement, he was promoted to the rank of Major and forbidden to participate in more combat missions, since he was more valuable as a living legend to the National Socialist propaganda, whom used him as a hero. After he toured the Reich for propaganda events, he became an instructor for fighter pilots in the Fighter Training Group East, which was located in France. He, however, was sent back up with the task to defend the Reich from high-altitude bombers. He established Fighter Wing 50 to intercept the bombers. During these times, he also formed a soccer team called the Red Hunters, with the most skilled players, including several later members of the federal German national soccer team. The members of his soccer team would follow him to future postings. In October 1943, Hermann Graf was promoted to the rank of Oberst. He became the wing commander of Fighter Wing 11, where he achieved his last aerial victory when he rammed a P-51 Mustang after he ran out of ammunition. He bailed out of his airplane and injured himself, resulting in spending several months in a hospital. During that time, he got married to Jola Jobst. While recovering, Adolf Galland visited him and offered him command of Fighter Wing 52, which Graf accepted, and he became the wing commander on October 1st, the year 1944. By the end of the Second World War, Hermann Graf, together with his ground crew, marched towards the 90th U.S. Infantry Division to surrender on May 8, 1945. In 830 combat missions, Graf achieved 212 aerial victories. Together with most of his comrades, he was handed over to the Red Army, and Hermann Graf became a Soviet prisoner of war until he was released in the year 1949. Since he clearly distanced himself from the Nazi regime and called the Second World War a mistake, as well as him cooperating with the Soviets when he was a prisoner of war, Hermann Graf was excluded from many clubs of World War II veterans. After the war had ended, the coach of the Western German national soccer team, Sepp Herberger, helped Hermann Graf to obtain employment. In the year 1965, he was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. He died on November 4th, year 1988, in his hometown, Engen, at the age of 76. Thank you so much for watching.